Hello gainers, I'm Ralphie and welcome to my channel called Fitter Philosophy, in which you will find out where theory meets practice and joins with experience to take the academic philosophical, that's not even a word, philosophical view of life and actually connect it to the real world, because theory and practice are two different things, although often they benefit from one another's presence. There we go. Now my subject today, I want to talk about the benefit of experience. And one of the skills in life, valuable skills, is not just to learn from experience, but know how to go about exposing oneself safely to experience in such a way that we don't overreach and that we don't take too many risks. It really depends upon our individual, singular nature. And the reason I mention this is that we're all different. Humans are amazingly diverse, although much is shared in common, both physically and psychologically. And despite programming and the curriculum in schools around the world trying to indoctrinate us to think a certain way, it is the human instinct to connect with our individuality, our singularity, and know our strengths, understand our weaknesses, and make the most in life. At this point, things start to get a little more complicated, because we can come from a very advantaged background and actually make a real mess of life. And some people, not everybody, but some people can come from a difficult start in life and be incredibly successful. And when I say that, I don't mean making money and super materialistic, I mean holistically successful. Growing as a complete person and making the most of life's opportunities and advantages, not only that we can create throughout our lives in knowing our strengths and understanding our weaknesses, but also importantly, hugely importantly, and they can't teach you this at school. They just can't. It cannot be part of the curriculum. But actually making the most of unexpected change of circumstances and opportunities. This works both ways. Some people can just be lucky, but importantly, if they know how to advantage the luck, for example, a small win at the bookies, the bookmakers, a betting office, and I'm not talking about the gambling casino, I'm talking about the betting office, where if you're smart, at least you can get your money back plus a little bit. And having that insight and that mental discipline of the bookies office and translating it into, say, taking a stake in the stock market, knowing the timing, knowing the long-term duration that's required to accumulate wealth, that is understanding, taking a bit of luck, and then advantaging that luck. But it can work the other way. You can end up, some people do end up, they actually start off quite fortunate, and yet things start to go to pieces, and then because they have that advantage and they don't have the inner resolve to struggle through difficulties, they can actually erode their quality of life and become disadvantaged and downright unlucky, because they've been conditioned as children to believe that every solution to a problem is to do with money and buying out of the problem. And life isn't like that. When we're children, things are simple. When we're adults, young adults, things get more complicated, but we have youth on our side. When we are older, when you get into my age, you've got less time on your side, but you have a huge advantage of real life experience, and we have to play the hands we're given as best we can. Life is a game of strategy. It's knowing how to deal with good luck, bad luck, not having enough money, having loads and loads of money, how to deal with it rationally, sensibly, stoically. And when we understand this skill, this life skill, we are definitely going to improve our lot. And it's not about materialism. It's not just about material wealth. Wealth is more than that. Wealth is growing spiritually and developing through life based on what one has experienced and understanding the singularity and the uniqueness of the self. Myself, yourself, ourselves. There's not enough of us in the universe. We're spread thin and we're confined to one single planet at the moment. But the potential of humanity and the humanoid collective is simply enormous. It just needs more time. I'll give you some time with the backdrop here. We'll see you soon. I hope you've enjoyed this. Click like if you have, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you soon, gainers. Bye-bye.